So hello, welcome back to my channel. This, as you can tell from the title, is just a test video for my new camera. I'm already having some issues because the tripod that came with it is, well, let's just say it's extremely cheap. But that's okay, I needed to test it anyway. But yeah, so this is basically just me running a few tests on this camera. I already read the manual and I did a few tests without my lights and everything. And I'm just kind of sort of trying to get used to how this works. Also, this tripod, like I said, is crap. It keeps tilting downward a little bit. This camera is probably too heavy for it, so I apologize if it keeps tilting down a little bit. I will try to hold it maybe so it doesn't do that. I definitely need a new tripod. That's okay. So this was a belated Christmas gift from my husband. He basically said, here's your budget, look up a camera that you would like and I will order it for you. And I did a bunch of research and I looked at the different cameras that were available on the market, available on Amazon, and this was the one, the Canon EOS, I don't really know how they wanted you to pronounce it, but the Canon Rebel T6 was the best one that I could see that was available for a good price point. So this camera, it retails for around $399, and I looked in several different places to see if that was just, you know, the Canon retail price or if that was just the retail price in general, and it seems like $399 is about normal for this. Usually when you find them cheaper, they're refurbished or used. So I was like, okay, that's within the budget. And this package also came with a whole bunch of other stuff, and we'll be going into all of that too. I believe it was sold through a camera shop on Amazon, and so they had a whole bunch of other extras that came with it besides just the camera in the box. Now obviously I cannot unbox this camera. I am filming with it to test it, but I wanted to kind of show you what came with it. The reviews for this particular camera were actually very good, but the sort of 3-star reviews on this particular listing were mostly because all of the extras that come with it in the package are not as great. I'll go over all of them. I will tell you right now that the tripod that comes with it is like a $6 tripod and it is absolutely terrible. I'm definitely going to need to get a new one because, as you can tell, it's slowly tilting down and I can't get it to stop. I have it as tight as I possibly can. I'm trying to tighten this as tight as possible and it is still moving. I hate it. Because this camera, I mean, it's fairly hefty because it has the lens. It has this lens on it. And it's just tilting slowly down. And I don't appreciate it. But that's okay. This is just a test. Tripods aren't actually super expensive or anything. So I just need to find one that will hold this and be fine. But anyway, the reason I got this one over some of the others is mostly the reviews were really good for it. They said that it is a professional level camera, but it is really good for entry level. It's great for filming videos. I've noticed that the video settings on here are very basic. They're, you know, you can zoom in a little bit, but you have to, once you record, you can't do anything. You can refocus, but that's about it. But that's fine. It looks like the video quality is pretty good. Another unfortunate downside to this camera is that it only has a built-in microphone and you can't use an external microphone on it. I knew this going in. The ones that allow you to hook up an external microphone are much more expensive. There's the T6i, which is like $200 more expensive from what I could tell. And I figure if my audio is bad enough, I can get an external like mic recorder thing. But you know, my channel is tiny. I don't expect that I will need something like that for a while, if ever. I figure as long as you can hear me and I'm speaking clear enough and, you know, you can understand what I'm saying, that's good enough. And from what I've listened to from the videos I've taken, the microphone's just fine. It is an omnidirectional microphone, so it will pick up extra noise, so I'll have to be kind of careful about that. But this camera is mostly for shooting close-up shots, like of this stuff, of stuff on the table. I would be showing a shot more like this and showing stuff like this, but then the camera wants to tilt down even further. As you can see it just scrolling down. I'm currently holding the little lever on the tripod right now. God, this tripod is awful. But anyway, so I knew that the built-in microphone was going to be something I'd have to deal with, but I'm not super concerned. Worst comes to worst, if I want to fix my audio, but I don't have the money to buy an external microphone, I can always record my audio separately from my laptop with my Snowball microphone, but I don't think that the audio is going to be bad enough for that. The other con of this camera that, again, I knew when I went into it is that it does not have a flip out back screen. Let me see if I can show this to you. This is what the back of it looks like. This is what the back of it looks like. So it just has the built-in LCD screen, which is fine. It's a nice screen. It's actually pretty big, but it doesn't flip out or anything, so I can't see what I'm recording as I'm recording it if I'm filming like myself. So what I will probably do, well, this camera for one was always supposed to be for filming close-up shots of things, because that's a lot of what I want to do. I want to do crochet tutorials, some decluttering type stuff, cooking, all that sort of stuff that requires a lot of close-up shots. And so that's fine. And I got some new lights, which I'm not going to show you just yet, because apparently if you shine the really bright lights into the camera, it can be bad. But they're just little desktop LED lights. They're actually USB powered. But because I have those, I can also do any shots of my face on my webcam, and that should be fine too. And for anything else, one thing I did learn that you can do is it has an HDMI mini out, so you can have a HDMI mini to HDMI, and if you hook it up to a TV, or I'm assuming probably my laptop, I can actually see what is being recorded in real time, which is going to be very helpful. This camera does come with an app that you can download that will allow you to remotely take pictures with it if you hook up to, if you're on the same Wi-Fi network. It's a little slow, and unfortunately it does not work with video, and I was really sad when I found that out, because I was like, oh, well, that would be great. I could just look at my phone and record video and check where I'm at. But it's got a very delayed response even for pictures, so that can be a great function, I think, when I'm taking pictures, but it's not going to be very good when I'm trying to do video. So that's fine. Just a few things I have to work around with this camera. It's very highly rated as an entry-level DSLR camera, but it does have some limitations, and I think, you know, for YouTube, it requires a bit of workaround. There are probably better options for just filming video. Actually, I think the webcam that I have is one of the best you can get. You just have to have proper lighting, and I didn't have the proper lighting, and I have needed a new camera for years. The last time I bought a digital camera was in 2007. I think that was when I graduated high school. So it's been 13 years since I've had a new digital camera. Now, of course, with the advent of smartphones, I mean, these things, they have pretty decent cameras on them, but they can only do so much, and I only have so much room on them. I have no way to really get good close-up shots, or to keep them well stabilized. There are certain things I could get for them that would obviously make it a little bit better. But ultimately, I got to the point where I needed a new camera. I actually really enjoy taking pictures. I'm not necessarily great at it, but I enjoy doing it, and this seemed like the proper next step, I suppose, the right evolution. So, beyond this camera, what came with the camera was the camera body. It also came with this lens up here, and it came with, if I can find, okay. It also came with a strap, a battery, and a battery charger. Oh, and it came with a little cable for transferring pictures and stuff like that. So that's all that came in the camera box itself. But like I said, I got a package, like a big package thing off Amazon. And that came with a bunch of other stuff. I also wrote a list of everything that it came with and their prices, because one of the, I think like I mentioned, one of the things people were complaining about was that all the stuff that came with the camera was really junky. And I just want to show you what all came with this package and, you know, what I think about it. So the retail price of this camera is $399. The package I got was $409. So for $9 above, or $10 above retail, I got a whole bunch of stuff. And I don't actually think it's all that bad. The tripod is garbage. This is the bag that came with the tripod. It's XIT Photo. You can look it up on Amazon. It's let's see the price. $5.79. And it feels like it, and I would not use this for anything but a small point and click camera. Don't use this for a DSLR camera. It's too light and it keeps tilting forward. Like I have to hold this, the lever, otherwise it is going to fall over. And yeah, so that's not great. Let's see. Let's just start going through some of the stuff it came with. There was only like 2 really janky things that came with it. And this was the second one. This is a really cheap battery charger. I don't know if I said it, in the camera box it came with an actual Canon battery and Canon battery charger. This is a separate battery charger. You can plug it into the wall. It also came with a cable for your car, so it's a travel charger. This I am not entirely sure how well this is going to be. I wish I saved the box because it looked like the most janky thing ever. Like something you could get off of wish.com is about how it looked. Believe it or not though, this actually, let's see, how much does this? Yeah, it was $8.29 on Amazon, which is surprising because it doesn't quite feel that expensive. It doesn't feel super light, but it doesn't feel super heavy either. It feels a little janky, but that's okay. That's okay. It's a separate battery charger, and that's okay. I am happy though with the battery that it came with, the separate battery. This is a backup battery from Vivitar. So this battery, like I said, is from Vivitar, and it is actually a pretty, Vivitar is a pretty well-known brand. It's not expensive. I think this was $10. Let me look it up. Yeah, $9.99 for a battery replacement for this Canon camera. Nothing, you know, super fancy, but it's a known brand, and it's a replacement battery, which is nice. So that way I can have a second battery. I really should have charged it before I did this because I'm probably going to run out of battery before I manage to finish filming this, but we will see. Let's see. Another thing that came with that I have no idea how to use. We will figure it out eventually. My camera is falling down. I probably didn't notice that. This is what is called a slave flash. Pardon me, I need to lift this back up again. This arm attaches to the camera, and then this attaches to that. And somehow it is supposed to work as an extra flash. I don't know how it's going to work. I gotta fiddle with it. I don't know. That retails for $9.99. So yeah, not bad. So far, I've already gotten value for more than what, you know, technical, like, retail value. Of course, this camera, I am going to say that this camera probably should actually retail for more like $2.99 because it's 4 years old. It's a 2016 camera, but you don't find them for that cheap new. So, but saying I give it the benefit of the doubt, even at a $2.99 price point, all the stuff I got with it still makes that deal, that bundle, a really good deal. So I actually got a lot more stuff with it. So let's move on. I got this. I didn't know what this was when it showed up because it was just in a little plastic bag. There was no box with it, no label that said what it was. It just said 58mm, which is the size of the lens on this camera. This is a lens shade. It's supposed to go on your camera, and I don't really know what it's supposed to do. I gotta fiddle with it. I gotta figure out what the heck this is supposed to be used for. But this came with it. I gave it an arbitrary value of like $2 because you could find a 2-pack of this and a different type of hood for like $10 on Amazon, and this is probably even cheaper than that. So I figured this is maybe $2, so I didn't give it a huge value. All the rest of the stuff is in this bag. Let me show you this bag. If I can show it to you. This is actually an actual legit Canon camera bag. This is the EOS shoulder bag 200 ES black, and that actually retails for, let me see, $24.95. So that was actually really nice. It's an actual Canon brand bag. It's very large. It's larger than I would need it for the camera, but it's the perfect size for the camera and all of the accessories that came with it. So let me pull out the accessories that came with this camera package. This is the little cable that came with it. I'm pulling out a bunch of stuff. This is the actual Canon battery charger that comes with the camera in the box. It just plugs into the wall. I've got 2 separate pouches, so I'm trying to reach. Okay, so it came with this SD card reader. It's just a 2.0 USB, so it's not very fast. Most computers nowadays have the ability to read an SD card. Plus, you can just hook up your camera directly to your computer. This is not necessary, but it's, you know, it's a nice thing to have in case you need it. This is a super cheapy version. I could not find this specific version of it. I said it was $5. I give it a $5 value, and I think that's generous. It's probably like $1, and probably cost them, you know, pennies to make, if that. But this is an SD card reader. Stick it in your computer, and it'll read the SD card for you. So that's not horrible. It's not a horrible little addition. Let me reach in. Okay, so this was a big one. Not super expensive, but great. This is an actual SanDisk SD card. I actually got 2 of these. One of these is in the camera right now. So this is, if you can see this, this is a SanDisk Ultra, 48 megabit per second, or up to 48 megabit per second writing speed, 32 gig, and it's a speed class 10 card. So I got 2 of these, which is really good. 32 gigabytes will do a really good job for what I need it to. And having 2 is great because then I can switch out between them. And so it's really nice. They got 2 of them. And they each cost, from what I could tell on Amazon, finding this exact specific type, because they've got different ones, but actual SanDisk, they run for $8.13 each, and I got 2 of them. So that was really nice, getting an actual memory card. What was nice about getting this package is that you can actually get started with photography. I apologize, my dog is barking in the background. That's nothing new in my videos. Alright, so moving on from the memory cards, I also got this remote control. It's a wired remote control. It is from a company called Commander Optics. This seems to be a pretty big Chinese brand for lots and lots of camera equipment. This particular remote control sells for $11.99. You just hook it up and it's wired so you can take pictures more easily. I don't know that I would use this super often. I do have the app that can connect to it. However, if I'm not in an area with Wi-Fi or whatever, it might be good to do that. Or if I want to set something up and not be too close to something, I can take a picture. But I don't know why I would use this, but I might. So it's nice to have. Let's see. All right, so all the other stuff in that compartment is all manuals and stuff. All right, so some of the nicer things that came with this, it came with some extra lenses. Now, or not extra lenses, but different lenses. Now, these are not lenses that you can switch out for the main lens on this camera. These are lenses that you actually hook onto this big lens. So if I think that this tripod is crap now, it would just absolutely be awful. I'm letting it go so I can pull this out. So it comes in this nice little, I think it's like a pleather bag. This is the, oh my gosh, this thing wants to fall over. I'm so sorry. This is the high definition 2.2 times telephoto lens. It's 58mm. It's just a big lens. You attach it to the front of the main lens, and it helps you take pictures from far away. And this retails for $15.99, so it's not super expensive, but again, nothing in this whole set was super expensive beyond the camera. Actually, I think the most expensive thing was the camera bag, which is definitely nice. I would have easily just paid the $4.09 just to get the camera with the camera bag, because it's nice having a place to store everything. Alright, and then this is the second extra supplementary lens, and I'm so sorry that this tripod is crap and it keeps tilting down. I don't know what to do with this. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna need to get a new tripod before I film some actual videos, which is kind of sad because I was like, oh, I already have all these videos planned. I can film so much. That's not gonna happen until I get a new tripod. Alright, this is the other lens. This is actually shorter than the one I just showed, which was the telephoto lens. This is a more wide angle lens. Yeah, this is the high definition 0.43 times wide angle lens, and it's 58mm. 58mm is the size of my lens, my main lens. So it can attach to that. Pull this up. Oh my god, this is the worst tripod in the world. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. And then the last two things it came with, it also came with this, and this, I don't know what this is. Someone please tell me. I don't know what this little thing is. I think it's supposed to be, in the description it says it's a lens cap holder. I have absolutely no idea. Someone please tell me, because this confuses me, and I didn't even put a value on this because I don't even know. Alright, so this came with some more things from Commander Optics. These two lenses were also from Commander Optics. And this set is a set of filters. And it comes in this kind of, looks like a condom, set of condoms, but it's not. It's a set of filters. This is the UV filter. I haven't tried putting these on yet. I think they just go on the end of my lens. This is purple. This one, FLD filter. Again, I don't know what it does. I will have to look it up. These didn't come with a whole lot of instructions. This is a CPL filter. So again, I got no clue exactly how to use those, but it's not bad. Now for these, I kind of had to guesstimate a price because there wasn't. So okay, they had a filter set and the other set that I'm about to show for the Elite version of the Commander Optics stuff. But that was like $69. I'm like, that's not that expensive. So I looked at what all the cheap ones were going for, and it was about $15. This is about $15. It's probably cheaper than that even, but that's kind of what I gave the benefit of the doubt. Now this is actually a macro lens set that is supposed to be really good for close-up shots, which is going to be great because I have a garden that I always do in the summer, and I'll be really happy to take some really close-up shots. This is the 10 times, and then there, I believe it's, or plus 10, close up plus 10. I think the other is plus 2, plus 4, and plus 6 maybe? What is this? Plus 4, maybe it's plus 1, and then plus 2 and plus 4. Plus 2, so the other one must be plus 1. I know, this is so exciting. Plus 1. Okay, yeah, so plus 1, plus 2, plus 4, and then plus 10. So I can take some really nice close-up photos of my garden and everything, which I will probably post on Twitter because that's kind of where I hang out now. I had an Instagram for a while and I barely ever posted to it. I posted like some makeup looks and yeah, they were nothing special. I might get Instagram again at some point, but for now, everything will be on Twitter. If you want to follow me, there you can just check it out down in the description. And yeah, so this was the kind of unboxing. It's not really an unboxing, it's just kind of me testing out this camera and learning very quickly that this tripod is absolute garbage. It's very sad. But anyway, so the total price, I added up all the retail price of all the accessories, and it came to $151.24, which is a really good value considering I only paid $9 over retail for the camera. So that's why I mentioned let's even say that the camera would retail for more like $299. That's still a value of $450 in this package that only costs $409. So I'll put a link, if I remember, to that listing on Amazon. And just so you can know what I'm talking about. Obviously, I'm not affiliate. I don't get anything for you clicking on it. My channel's tiny, you know this. But I figured that I would do a breakdown of this one because the reviews for the camera, if you read the reviews, they're like, oh, this camera's amazing. All the stuff with it is just terrible. I don't actually think all the stuff with it is terrible. I think there's quite a bit of value in here. Say all the Commander Optics stuff is absolute garbage. Okay, fine. Even negating that, you have the Canon camera bag, the SanDisk memory, the Vitar battery, and all of that is worth around 50 bucks, 40, 50 bucks, which is really nice. And so I've got a lot of nice stuff that just to get me started with, you know, filming stuff up close and taking some nice pictures. So yeah, so anyway, thank you so much if you watch this. This is just a test video, and so I don't really expect people to watch it. But if you do, thank you. I should be posting more videos more regularly in the future now that I have my camera. I just need to get a better tripod because I'm currently holding onto the lever. If I let it go, yeah, that's what happens. That's just what it's gonna do. So yeah, so we're gonna try to fix that. All right, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys later. Bye. Oh my god, this works. The live view is a little shaky, but I can actually see the image on the screen. And my messy desk, I'm so sorry. So that solves the problem. Huzzah. Alright, say bye, Chloe. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought.